Hey, what's going on? How's it going, YouTube? So, I guess I'm not even important enough for fucking Milk to fire back at me. That's okay though. Um, I'm not really fucking saying much today. I'm just kind of hanging out. Let's see. What can I think about? Uh, this okay. I guess when I went to when I was in, I guess this is probably gonna be my last bit that I was in. When I was I was in North Fraser, and I was able to I was just able to get them to let me do my time there instead of having to get transferred because I was like already nice and comfortable, and I forget how I did this, but yeah, this is actually okay. Yeah, I'll tell you. It's kind of funny, but it's also sad. This one is this I just cellmate this guy, and I'll call him Bilo, and you might hear some other stories. But anyways, this guy, he used to save his money. He got me on the maintenance range when I told you about the Picton guy. And he used to save his money and just do his little deals for his little what he wanted off canteen. And he'd save his money for when he got out, because he would always get out on the downtown east side. And like I said, every time, like when you're going in and out of jail like that, you basically, you hit the street and you're able to build up a bit and get, a bike and a place to live, maybe a hotel room, whatever. You're working with a couple guys and you're selling their dope or whatever, right? And you just sort of get your shit back together. You get busted, boom, it's all gone. The guys you work for never send you money. You know what I mean? It's that type of thing. So you got to kind of be on your own. And yeah, so he gets out, and he gets out with like $1,500 or something, and he just went wild. And not even a week later, buddy's back in. He came in and he was a little sick, and it's like, like he literally had this flu when he came in, and he was like, fuck. And then he went and he got tested, and found out he was positive, HIV positive. This is my cellmate, and I was like, holy fuck. And I literally watched the guy go from being diagnosed HIV positive. Like, he literally knew. He just got, like, when he left, he wasn't positive. He literally knew when he was like, yeah, fuck, I shared the needle with this chick, and I was fucking high and just fucking wilding out, being an idiot, and I knew I was gonna come back. And it's sad because he's dead now, and he was a good guy. His life was thrown away. He was a junkie, obviously, but he was a really good guy. And whenever he straightened up, when he was straight in jail, he was a really good human being, and I don't know, it's just kind of it's just, yeah, it's just, people come and go in your life, and sometimes you don't get to say what you want to say to them, anyways, Beetle was sick, and I'm like, fuck, and I didn't want to go to work one day. So I told this cop I was sick. Not like HIV sick, I just was like not feeling well or whatever. And he's like, well, okay. And you're already down one guy. And he's like, okay, well, go to the hospital then. And literally, I just wanted to smoke weed and watch cartoons that day. And so he sends me to the hospital. I'm in the hospital thing waiting to go see a doctor, and he comes to check on me. But while I was in there, I'm laughing and I'm joking with these guys, and he sees that I'm laughing, and he's like, fuck you, Scotty, you're fired. And he fires me off the maintenance crew. And so when he fires me, that means I not only get fired, but I get to get moved off the range, and I got to go to whatever other range. And he puts me on the worst range, which wasn't, I mean, it wasn't like that big of a deal, but it was like I guess the worst range out of the ranges. So he puts me on this range, he fires me. But as I'm waiting to like the paperwork to go through and whatever, because I'm gonna get transferred the next day, basically. Like, it's not gonna happen right away. I mentioned to because this cop used to always fucking joke with some inmates, like, and he'd joke, like, his jokes were always like gay fucking jokes, like just whatever he could say, like, oh, you go into the fucking janitor closet and you do like, oh, coming out of the closet, just but I mean, it was constant. He was constantly like doing these harassment type jokes. It was literally like harassment. And so I kind of jokingly, and it was a joke, really. I was like, you know something, that fucking goof guard fired me. I should fuck his career, and I should tell him that he fucking harassed me. He's a fucking weirdo anyways. And I'm just kind of joking in myself, right? I get transferred to C-Pod, whatever. I knew this kid that was there, and I celled up with him, and I knew him from the street. I used to work with a bunch of Persian guys, and he was just one of these Persian guys I knew through who I worked with. So it was all good. And then the cop that was on there was like, Mr. Ray, whatever, my last call it Scotty. They say your last name. I don't know what to say, but he just says, and he goes, you were on my tier a couple of years ago, and you were a pretty good cleaner. There's a job open, you want it? And I'm like, okay. So I took the cleaner job right away. So I mean, it turned out okay for me, anyways. I was close to my release date, but like I said, so I'm joking about fucking binding up this guard for charges, right? I was like, I should fuck this guard up and fucking get a tribunal going or something, man. Like, oh, you know, like, this fucking guy, fuck him, sort of thing, right? And I never filed any paperwork, or I never did anything like that. Like, I literally just said it to a couple people in my cell. I think 2 days later, after I get transferred to the C-Pod, I got a call. I end up going to see he was like a deputy warden or something. It wasn't the head guy, but it was a guy pretty high up there. And he was like, what the fuck's going on? You're getting out in a couple of days. What the fuck are you doing? I'm like, holy fuck. I could not believe that the information that literally just went from my head to a few people went all the way up the fucking ladder to like the top office in North Fraser. And then they take me in there, and they're like, when? I'm like, and I'm just like, holy fuck. I'm like, dude, look, I'm out like in 2 weeks or something, man. I said a joke to some guy, and I guess he took me seriously. I guess he was, because I don't know. I guess the cop took me seriously. And somebody said something, they must have. But anyways, so that's just little fucking story time for you. Cheers.